Why did 250 million Nigerians just spend Christmas in the 18th century? Minister of Power Adeboye Adelabu promised us 6,000 megawatts by December, but all we got was a national grid on life support and a gas pipeline excuse that doesn't add up. Nigeria is the only country where the renewed hope agenda requires a candle to see it. In essence, you are promised hope, but you can't even see the hope. You are promised that the hope will be renewed. You can only renew what is in existence, but there's literally no hope in existence. So you can't even see it, even if you put on your candle or even if you put on your generator. Welcome back to the Raging Hot Mic. Smash that like button, comment, subscribe, and share. While the elites were busy sipping champagne in glowing mansions in Ikoyi, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and London, the rest of the country was hunting for fuel for I Pass My Neighbor generator just to fry Christmas chicken. No light, blackout Christmas was what Nigerians experienced 2025. Today, we fast-check the Christmas in darkness scandal. We are not just talking about a gas explosion. We are talking about $1 billion failure. In late 2024 and early 2025, the Minister of Power, Adeboye Adelabu, repeatedly, not once, not twice, on several occasions, stated that power generation would hit a historic 6,000 watts by December 2025. Maybe back then he felt or he thought December 2025 was 10 years away. He didn't realize it was a few months away. Now, but he had his excuse already down back then when he was making this promise, because maybe he knew it was an unrealistic target. Now, fast forward to December 2025, and the reality is that on Christmas Day, the Nigerian Independent System Operator confirmed that total power generation crashed to roughly 3,272 megawatts. Promise and failed. The government now blamed this on explosion in the Escravos Lagos gas pipeline in Delta State on 24 December for the southern drop. They already have their excuse, like I told you. It's all about excuse. The pipeline excuse is a policy failure. It's not emergency. It's a policy failure. Now the government is busy blaming a gas pipeline explosion for a nationwide blackout. My question is, why is our entire national grid so fragile that one power explosion or pipeline incident kills the lives of 250 million Nigerians? Just one. We don't have alternatives. After spending nearly 10 trillion in the last 2 years, I'm not saying since 1999, the last 2 years, 10 trillion in this same sector, yet no progress. This isn't an accident, it's a structural scam. You can't promise 6,000 megawatts on hope and prayer without securing the infrastructure. You promised us hope, you didn't promise us hope, you promised us renewed hope, which means there's already hope. We already had hope. Well, we don't even have the hope. So what are you renewing? Renewing failure? The minister told us that December 2025 things will change. Well, December is here and we're exactly where we were 10 years ago. Stuck at 3,000 megawatts. How can you increase electricity tariffs for Band A customers by 300% and still deliver zero lights by Christmas Day? They took our money, but they forgot to turn on the switch. This government increased the price of electricity for the Band A customers by 300%. That is 3 times. One change, increase your price, not 10%, not 5, not 15, not 20, but 300%. Yet, there's no improvement. Yet, these same Band A customers are stuck where they were, or is even worse. But the government is always eager to increase. The government is always eager to tax people. The government is always eager to tell you that people in Europe or outside world pay higher for the services you are receiving. But the government don't match the services provided by those in developed world. There's so much emphasis on taxing, increasing the tax net, increasing taxes, but there's no emphasis in increasing or improving the lives of the people. You go to developed world, they are taxed, very high taxes. You go to some countries, some Scandinavian countries, taxes are as high as 40%. I think France is at close to 30%. The UK was stuck at 20-something%. I think they want to increase it to more than 30%. Yeah, it's high. But do you know what they get in return? Do you know they get free education? Free meals in schools? Free buses for the kids? Social transfers? What do we get in return in Nigeria? How much is the fuel? We don't get anything from the government. Nothing. Do you know many of these people in these countries, some people who are below the earning bracket get free medical health? Do you know there's insurance for almost everybody in the Scandinavian countries? So the government is always ready to tell you how much they pay in taxes. They don't tell you what they deliver. Nobody's asking, nobody's complaining about the increase in prices. But if you're increasing prices, then you have to match the reality of the services. You can't continue with poor services but keep increasing prices. It doesn't work that way. These guys are always ready to increase those prices, but they won't match those services. The services remain as bad as it was before, but the prices keep increasing. Since this present government were sworn in, about 10 trillion naira have been spent in the power sector or by the power ministry. 10 trillion naira is on the internet. You have 4 billion naira for the 2024 budget. You have 3 billion naira. You have 4 billion naira for the 2024 budget. You have 380 billion for the 2025 budget. You have 9 trillion in 2025. You have 2.6 billion naira for the legacy debt refinancing. You have 1 billion naira for the AFDB loan in 2025. You have 750 million naira for the World Bank grant. Yet, despite all this, the power ministry claimed they've spent only, I think, 3.5% or 3.6% of the money budgeted for the power sector. So they've spent just very little. The rest maybe is in the bank. I don't know. That's what they claim. I don't know where it is. But I'm asking, why do you spend very little and get loan? The servicing of these loans alone is at more than 14%, close to 20%. So you get money, you keep servicing the money, but you don't spend it. So what are you keeping it for? Nigerians are being kept in darkness. Despite all this, very little progress has been witnessed by Nigerians. On a Christmas day, the happiest day in the lives of so many Nigerians, they are in darkness. They're thinking about fuel. This is not acceptable. It's not. The government have money for paperwork. They have money for the big boy ministerial cars, but they don't have money to keep your Christmas chicken cold. It's not lack of funds, it's lack of focus. This is Raging Hot Mic, and the truth is that we will not be silenced. We wouldn't. The truth is louder than your generator. In Raging Hot Mic, you can't have Nigerians spending their Christmas in darkness, but you have more than 1 trillion budgeted or allocated for the power sector in just 2 years and a few months, and you blame it on an explosion. So we don't have alternatives in pipeline or power generation. We don't have alternatives for explosion that happen. You promise 6,000 megawatts, deliver 3,000 megawatts. We have to do better. Join us next time.